Hi there. Today I'm going to explain to you a communication technique that will hopefully help you understand where other people come from. This technique is called communication competence. Today I'm going to talk to you about communication competence, how does communication competence affect the news, and what does all this mean to you. What is communication competence? According to the Webster Dictionary, the definition for communication is a process by which information is exchanged between individuals through a common system of symbols, signs, or behaviors. The definition of competence is having the ability or the qualities of something. With these definitions in mind, many scholars have come to define communication competence as the ability to choose a communication behavior that is both appropriate and effective for the given situation. Here's a clip from study.com to further explain what communication competence is and how it affects communicating with people of different cultures.
You want to be competent at interpersonal communication. That's great, but what does that really mean? A person who is highly competent is able to determine appropriate communication patterns for a wide number of scenarios and adjust his or her actions accordingly. According to American professors Brian Spitzberg and William Kupak, who together developed the model for communication competence in the 1980s, competence has three parts. First is motivation, or the desire and reasons for approaching communication. Highly competent people tend to actively seek conversations and social situations in which to communicate. They also have clear goals with respect to their communication and are often confident in those goals. The second part of communication competence is knowledge, or understanding how to act. Even if you want to communicate, you can't unless you understand cultural guidelines for communication. Some cultures are formal, some are informal, some shake hands, some bow, and some put a lot of emphasis on using hand gestures to communicate. Understanding how to interact is an important part of communication competency. The third part of competent communication is skill, which means the ability to perform appropriate behavior. So once you know how to act, you can put that into practice, provided you have the skills. Now, obviously, these three parts of communication competence are important if you're trying to interact with people from a different language or culture. But even within your daily life, people expect to interact in different ways.
How does communication competence affect the news? If the news, whether it be news anchors or journalists, don't have communication competence, they can easily offend a massive amount of people. In this example, Emily Austin, a Fox News reporter, talks about other cultures in a very racist way. Look at the ways the anchor unknowingly is culturally insensitive and just plain rude. This could have been easily avoided if the anchor stopped to think about what she was saying before she even said it.
With the whole girl, like, I didn't even know Mexicans were that smart. Is that, I'm
That's
not,
Trump Jr. over
no,
here.
and I'm
Nice
not even,
blonde,
I
blue
know
eyes.
that's up. I didn't mean it like that, but
Wow.
you see, like, I mean, you guys know that the Chinese guy is always the smartest guy in math class.
No, that's a good point.
I like this. You get yourself out
I'm-
with another stereotype. I like the way
But-
you're
but-
going.
but-
Okay, I'm not trying to be, I'm not, okay,
What do you think
everybody
about- what do you
thinks
think about
that.
black people?
I love black, I love all people. I don't care if you're white, yellow, brown, purple.
Jews kind of
Yellow?
little stingy.
Yeah, Jews are a little bit.
Okay.
They hold on to their pennies.
Yeah, I went to school in Boca, so I know most of that. Like, the way I used to talk to the Jews in Boca, they hated it because I was a server, and I just didn't care, and they would complain and bitch about everything. I gave a guy, like, delivered his beer, and he was complaining to me that there was too much head, and I knew that he was a stingy asshole, and he wasn't going to give me a tip, so I go, sir, you're the first guy that's ever complained to me about too much head. So,
Did that win him over?
no, I think that I got fired like 2 weeks later.
KFC, what do you got on this?
What does this all mean to you? Communication competence is an important technique to practice. If you don't have communication competence, then you will, without a doubt, insult a massive amount of people and you can come off sounding arrogant or just ingenuine. I hope today you learned a little something about communication competency. How does the communication competence affect the news, and what does it all mean to you?